Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365.com, the podcast. I can't get it out.
That's the second
I
time you
know.
did
That's
that.
okay. That's all right. Because we're live. We have an awesome video ahead for you. We're going to do another Megatron or Voltron episode where we're combining with another haunt content team. But first, we're going to watch this awesome commercial by yours truly so you can buy some of our awesome stuff. All right, go buy some stuff. Links in the bio. All right, so today we have what's going to be a hell of an interview. We have Todd from the Haunt Review Crew with us.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Thanks
Hello.
for having me.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you.
It's going to be a good time. So I'm just going to kick off some questions, and then I'm sure we'll bullshit into stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
What year you guys going into for the YouTube channel?
Oh gosh, not sure exactly when the YouTube channel started. I know our group as the Haunt Review Crew has been around since 2008. We were formerly the Baltimore Scare Crew, and then stuff happened. Long story short, changed our name to the Haunt Review Crew, and that has been since 2008. I have joined the squad about 2011, and previously it has been admin by our founder Jackie and our co-founder Tim Speedy. But this is my first year that I'm primarily providing the content as far as interviews and pre-recorded stuff, be it interviews or just previews or celebrity interviews. I had the fortune of interviewing some big names in horror a few years ago. That was my first contribution to the Haunt crew, interviewing like the Saska sisters. I had the honor of speaking to Sid Haig before he passed away. It's just circumstances have changed now where I have more time to provide more content for the HRC. And so I'm looking to really go full tilt hitting the haunts this year. And of course, going back to old favorites and hitting some new ones as well. But now networking, this'll, like we were saying before we started, I'm looking forward to working with other groups such as yourself this year, because I think, we can help each other up and just, keep the haunt industry going and supporting our local haunts and even the far ones that we can get out to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, what are some of the cool things you were able to get done on the channel in this forever lasting off season? Because it will not end.
Yeah, this off season, I've been fortunate enough to this is the first year I'm doing previews for the haunts. So I've gotten to go to a couple of haunts so far, and just one is actually not going to be for public consumption. I went up to Field of Screams, and that actually wound up being footage for what they're going to use as employee video to try and get new haunt actors and for the existing haunt actors. But it was really neat getting to see that place lights on, and it's always a treat, the new stuff that they do every year. We've mentioned before that as far as in our area, if you want to do a master class on building and running a haunt, Field of Screams is one of the places to go, if not the place in the area to go. They don't have to change everything. You don't always have to just be constantly evolving, even though that's a good thing. They change because they're a working farm during the year also, so
Yeah.
they
Right.
just don't have the time to change every single thing like some haunts can do. But still, they change enough, and they've got the midway, and they've got the food, and it's a one-stop shop. Really, you can hang there for hours and have entertainment. And so it was really nice to see the preparation side of their haunt for this year. um, I wish I could show the footage, but we'll be up there soon enough. And
Yeah.
uh, a lot of people are familiar with Field, but the new people or anybody watching this that hasn't gone, you need to get your ass up there, because
Right.
it's a fantastic haunt. You're not gonna um, you have a hard time. I was gonna say you're not gonna find a better haunt, but that's not true. The competition is great for the haunt business, and so I encourage you to go check other haunts, but you definitely have to make sure that Field is on the top of your list. Uh, and I'm hopefully I might be working at a haunt this year. So it's been a long time since I did that. I worked at a local haunted house growing up. It was one of the most fun things I ever did. You haven't lived until you made a group of people pee their pants, but that's just me. But it's so cool seeing the passion in a new generation of haunt actors and people that live for this stuff like I do. It uh, yeah, and it's nice to fill that time during the off season. And because there are not too many haunts that go year round. Like we have Laurel House of Horror, and they have an escape room, so they're operating year round. But we did go up there earlier in the year. It is a fantastic place. I can't wait to go back there because they're completely remodeling their haunt. So the video I did for them a few months ago, if you go and see that, you're not going to see that when you go this haunt season. They're completely changing the haunt. So uh, doing what we do as reviewers and being haunt heads, it's so awesome to be able to see all aspects of the haunt industry, and because haunting is life. So for us,
Yes, for us.
Yeah. Yeah, and I found
yeah,
doing the interviews and talking to everyone and trying to set up, it really kind of made the off season go quicker.
yeah,
So it I made it a podcast and a YouTube just to add the interviews and talk to more people and get way too much inside information that I have to hold on to.
yeah. It's really neat. I was into acting growing up, and going in back into the Hollywood side of things, it was interesting dealing with agents and trying to get the interviews, and um, then being pleasantly surprised. You cast a big net, because what's the worst they can say? No.
Right.
But then you're pleasantly surprised when you get Sid Haig or the Saskia. You're like, holy shit, I'm going to talk to Sid Haig. His resume is a mile long, and this guy wants to talk to me. Getting to hear the wisdom and the experience of what he did, and talking to Captain Spaulding, what we do has its perks.
Yep.
And it's it's a good time to be in the haunt industry,
Yes, it is.
or to be a haunt reviewer.
Yeah. I consider it's just because people throw like a black eye at haunt reviewer. So I'm just calling like all of us haunt content creators.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, you're unfortunately going to have bad apples, just like any industry. You're going to have groups that do it just to get into a haunt for free,
Yep.
or that are going to throw shade or not be impartial. And yeah, you can have favorite haunts. That's perfectly fine. But if you're going to be a content creator that's going to give reviews, you want to be reputable. So you gotta be fair and balanced, and sometimes it's difficult, to review a place that, you know, let's be honest, it might suck, but um, you can tell when they're trying, and um, you can still be constructive when you give that review and say, look, we just recommend that they improve on X, Y, and Z, and um, we'll hope to see them again next year. And uh, still make sure you're giving to the haunt industry instead of trying to knock people down a peg.
Exactly. Because that's why we're in it. To,
Yeah.
shout out the haunts. That's why we do it.
Yeah, we want to keep it up and running. We don't want to dissuade them and
Yep.
get them to stop.
So, before we jump into the 2022 season, which is only 14 days away at the time of
But who's
recording,
counting?
I know, man. Let's recap 2021.
Mhm.
If anyone can work here without coughing, we have now hiring at
I'm trying.
HalloweenHaunts365.com, the podcast. I love you.
Mhm.
So, what was your biggest surprise in 2021? Whether it be a haunt that you weren't expecting much out of, something you were able to do, something that just surprised you in 2021.
That is a great question. I would have to say this actually parlays into the interview that I just put up. We went to Hackney Haunts last year in Westminster, Maryland, and um, I can say this because I had the same conversation with the owner. I went into it going, okay, this is in a mall. It's gonna suck because there's not too many haunts I've been to in a mall that are decent. But holy shit, they blew me out of the water. I'm very big on placement in when you go into a room, just not just a haunt, just in a haunt room, period. The way they had each room staged and where the actors were and the set decoration, it was phenomenal. It was, and I don't say it lightly when I say that they were on par with like Halloween Horror Nights. The level of the props and the set dressing and the actors, I couldn't believe it. And we got through the first half of the haunt, and I'm like, holy cow, this is fantastic. And when we went through the second haunt, and it just blew me away. I was like, holy cow, how have we not heard this place before? And they completely, like I was saying earlier, you don't have to change everything, but they do. They change everything from year to year. I mean, when I was there just 4 days ago, um, they had already changed. It's pretty much done. They're putting the final touches on it right now, but without giving anything away, it was insane the level of work that they put into this. And Carlos, shout out to Carlos. He's their set designer there, and he's like, "Yeah, we're already talking about stuff for next year." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, because as soon as they close, they're striking and getting ready for because they don't want to be the same from year to year. And if you got the time and the money to do that, God bless you.
Yeah.
More power to you." But that was that was the sleeper, I would say, of last year. And now just with more haunts popping up, it's always exciting to see new haunts come in and get to have a change of scenery. But it'll be nice to go back to the old ones also and see what has changed. But Hackney was the big surprise of last year, I would say, for me anyway.
Very cool. Ours, like we said in the fall ritual one, mine was Night of Terror. Because
Okay.
maybe because I've been there so much, it was kind of. I don't want to say it was bad because I always love going to Night of Terror, but I guess like the changes they made last year made it a lot more fun. and it's probably the longest hayride in our area. Like you're on
Oh,
that
okay.
thing for a long time.
Yes.
Oh, so that one's up by you guys.
It's
Yeah,
in
it's
Mullica Hill.
Creamy Acres, Night of Terror. Yeah, it's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's long. I'm saying it's close to a half-hour long hayride.
I love a good
Me
hayride.
too. Me too. All right, so what else we got? Um, so to carry on with 2021, we know you guys don't rate haunts. That's cool, but I'm calling you out right now.
Oh God.
What were
Okay.
your? I'm not gonna make you choose, but what were your 3 favorite haunts from 2021?
God, you're gonna give me a Sophie's choice here. Okay. Um, oh, let me go back through here. Um, well, Hackney definitely. I got to go back through the list here where we went last year. Hackney. Um, I would put Laurel in there, Laurel House of Horror, and then, um, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of new haunts, but a lot of the existing ones they just step it up and keep it fresh from year to year. So, um, oh God, I'm drawing a blank. So many haunts.
I know.
I will say Penhurst.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're finally going back. I've not been in there in 7 years. So we're
Oh
finally going to get
gosh.
back.
Yeah, they're closing one of the buildings, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
they have to, I think.
The
Yeah.
structure's just gotten that bad or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
it is. What are your favorite 3?
Oh, Reapers.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to go back up there.
Fields
Yep.
and Brighton.
Yep. And
Ooh,
right under that for me was Bates Motel. The changes they made to that hotel
yeah.
was impressive, incredible, and I love walking the hayride. Shoot me. I loved walking it. Sure.
No, their hayride's fantastic.
I know. I loved walking it. You got to go up and like look in rooms. You got to
Yeah.
see like the actual Bates Motel on the left side of the hayride.
Yeah.
He's actually got a TV in there. So like it looks like someone's in there watching TV. Is how detailed that is.
Oh.
You're never gonna notice that on a hayride. So I was walking up to his chain and peeking over as far as I could.
Yeah, I know. I love looking at all the people are like walking fast as hell
Yeah.
through haunts sometimes, and I'm the guy that is looking around the room going, "Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's great." Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's
I hear
us.
you.
I'll pull in. She'll continue walking, and I'm just like, stop looking. And then the group will come in. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep looking.
Oh God, they caught up to us.
Yeah, that's how it was the Bates hayride because it's 10 feet wide, so they could all run past you while you're just like do to do to do. It was awesome. I wish they would like. I know they're going back to hayride, but I wish they would have like a day where it's like, come walk the hayride today. Like, all right.
That'd be a good suggestion to Randy. He's a cool dude.
He is.
If you never heard it, yeah, have him tell you his legal battle with Paramount over the Bates name.
Oh, I will.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I'll have to talk
It's
to
a
him.
hilarious story.
All right, you done with 2021 now? Because we're over it.
Let's go into 2022.
All right, into 2022.
Yes. Let's shall.
So I know you guys had. I have a fly in here, so I'm not trying to hit myself. So I know you guys had your powwow recently.
Yep.
How many haunts are you guys planning on as a group? I know everyone's got personal things. We know how that is. We have a helper too. So I'm wondering how many HRC as a group are going to hit.
Well, if I look at the calendar here, let's go into September. course, this is subject to change.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
For me,
yeah.
Ours has
For
already
me,
changed 3 times.
yeah. Of course, stuff's going to happen on the fly, but at least I'm going to be conservative and say at least 25.
Okay.
Of course, if something pops up during the week when I don't have my kids,
Yeah.
I'll fly down to it if it's not too far. On the weekends, like the big stuff, like Reapers, that I'm going to try and make that an overnight, because the last time we went there, I started driving back to my home from Reapers at after midnight, and that sucked.
Yeah.
So I never want to do a 3-hour drive that late in the night again, but kids.
Yep,
So
I know. Yeah, we stay over at Field only because we stay there so late. We usually end up just closing out the place. You guys are there too, so we're all talking, conversating. So it's just easier for us to stay. And then we always stay at Reapers because it's such a hike to get back. And even like for the media day, I'm going up Friday. We're going up Friday.
Yeah.
We have to be there at 3. So we're not getting out of there till, I think last year was close to midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So that's like a 7-hour day. I don't feel like driving 3 hours after a 7-hour day.
No, not from the Poconos, no.
And then we're hitting Salem this year.
Yes, we are.
So
That's cool.
We're heading to Haunted Overload, and we realize Salem's just an hour away from that. So we're leaving early.
Yeah.
Hitting Salem Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday driving up to Haunted Overload.
And then Headless.
And then Headless Horseman on the way home.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky. I can't wait to be able to do trips like that when my kids are a little bit older.
I know, we
I love you guys, but Daddy needs some hunts.
I know. I cleared it with my ex. We go whatever a schedule. I got my dad living closer, so I was like, listen, I'm going balls in this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to need your guys' help. And they were all for it. So we're going.
That's awesome.
I think we're up to 34 haunts as a group. And
wow. Yeah.
30 of them are us.
Yeah, just about. He's working me like a dog.
Oh, yeah. There's no rest for the wicked.
It's a labor of love.
It is. It is. I don't know how many Christmas shows I'm going to make. Because I might be a little tired. But I'm going to make myself go to one because I'll be pissed off until St. Patty's Day that I didn't go to a Christmas one.
Yeah, Field was cool hitting their Christmas show with the snow and some of the rooms that they changed over with the Christmas theme. That was nice. And it was nice and cold up there too.
That's what. Yeah, I'm looking at September 10th weather. Well, it ain't looking like a cool fall night. Because the 9th is 87.
Yeah, I think it's at 87.
Tomorrow we get to see the 10th and see, it could all change, but yes.
And then at night, of course, it'll go down to 61, but that's probably 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So you might want to wait on those new jerseys.
Yeah, short sleeve will do.
That's why I got myself golf shirts this year, because even in October I'm still sweating. So I got the no sweat golf shirts. Going for that.
Yeah, it's a good way to go. I like your hat too.
Oh, thanks. If they're hard to come by, I've just started. This one I got on Cat Beast. It's a European internet company. But hers I got on Vistaprint.
Yeah.
They're doing okay work. It took them because they kept trying to change my logo and adding white to the. I'm like, there's no white. We don't need white. I don't need it to be crystal clear. People know what it is. But yeah, Vistaprint was the way to go.
Okay.
I got these shirts actually came from Vistaprint too. Because my haunt store doesn't do polos. For whatever reason.
He's taking notes.
I know.
I am. I am.
And they're reasonably priced too. Unlike Zazzle, which is a complete damn ripoff.
Zazzle, I can't say I've heard of that one.
They do all kinds of stuff. Like I have a clock with our logo that came from Zazzle.
Oh,
My
nice.
my phone case has the logo on it.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah.
That was awesome, and it's an OtterBox, so I was just
Yeah.
happy as
Yeah.
shit
That's how you
about
got to
that one.
go. Yeah.
All right, so we'll
I have
bring
to
it
look
back.
at that too,
Yeah,
because this is my kid. This doubles as my kid's playroom. So maybe the scariest thing behind me right now is that bendy head. That's about
but yeah, Zazzle has more unique stuff, but Vistaprint has like your everyday stuff.
right. Okay.
What haunts are you most excited for in 2022?
Ooh, I'm really excited to go up and check out that new one, Lincoln Mill. That their teasers, if you haven't seen them yet, it looks like it has a really good story, and they're not opening until the beginning of October. But
October 6th.
yes, thank you. But I'm going to be going up there for a preview in a couple of weeks, so that'll be neat to check them out beforehand and uh, show whatever they want us to show to tease it. But uh, then going back, I think towards, yeah, we're going to go towards the end of the month because my birthday is at the end of October. So that'll be one of the new haunts that we hit. But I'm really hyped for them. This will be our first year doing the media night at Reapers, so I'm really excited for that. And then, oh gosh, there was
Are you guys doing the whole day at Reapers?
uh whichever of us can. Yeah, I plan on being up there for the whole day.
Yeah.
So
It's
uh
nice.
depending on what everybody's work schedule, I mean, it's the Poconos, so uh it's awesome to spend a day up there anyway, but to go to their haunt and uh be another place where we can check out behind the scenes, especially, how they have it all structured. uh I'm definitely down to spend the whole day there, and being fed is a plus too. So
Yes,
Yeah,
I have to keep up my girlish figure. So
they
yeah.
do, and it's awesome.
Their date is the one I always wait for because I usually have
mm,
Field of Screams already because
mhm.
I'll just be like, hey, when we starting this? But I was waiting to hear from Todd at Reapers,
Yep.
and we were talking about dieting. Actually, we're both working on stuff. But I'm like, when you get that media night, let me know. He sent it to me. I'm like, I can make my schedule because it really does. It all revolves around their night and the
Yeah,
Field of
yeah,
Screams night because
yeah,
it's you'd be crazy to miss those.
yeah, totally. I would, if you guys can make it down, I would recommend Laurel House of Horror also, because you can parlay their escape rooms into the haunt as well. And it's it's an old movie theater. Like, it actually was an operating movie theater, so they have that ambiance. They kept some of the elements from the movie theater in
Hmm.
there, and I think it was a 4-screen theater, so it's big. And uh, I don't know if it's still going to be there, but they definitely used the elements of one of the movie theaters, and it was awesome. It is fantastic. Their actors are passionate, and the escape rooms are big as far as escape rooms go. So, and it's in a pretty metropolitan area, so there's plenty of stuff to do around there as well. And then you can parlay that into um, there's just tons of stuff. There's National Harbor down there. I really want to try and get to a haunt down in Virginia, but um, I've never been to one down there. But I don't even know. Have you guys been to any haunts that far down? Or
No, I think there's a place called Red Vine, which is supposed to be really good in Virginia. I might have the state wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Virginia.
look right now.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Uh-uh.
I really would like to go back to Nevermore down down in Baltimore. We went there a few years back, their first I think of their first year. And they hadn't, it's a 2-story building. They hadn't even expanded to the second floor yet, but Nevermore was fantastic for a brand new haunt. So
those two are in our backup list, just in case we have to like find an indoor one.
Okay. Looking here. Oh, Bedlam. Oh yeah, we went to Bedlam in the Borough. That was one of the ones we went to last year. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
Going to a good cause, kind of like Hackney haunts this year. Their proceeds are going to Boys and Girls Club. So not only are you going to support a haunt, buy merch, but the gate sales are going to Boys and Girls Club. So you're supporting the haunt and a good cause at the same time. 301 Devil's Playground. Have you guys been there?
That is new for us this year.
They are awesome. Really good guy that runs it. So I think you guys will be happy there. Let's see. There's Hackney. Oh my gosh. The Trimper's Haunted House on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Have you ever been there?
Ocean City, Maryland?
Yeah.
No.
It's an old 60s dark ride. So you actually sit in a coffin car and ride through it. It's very dated, but there's no live actors in it, but it's so fun.
I love dark rides. They're my favorite. They'll always be my favorite. That's where I got into this shit from. I grew up on the Jersey Shore, so dark rides were everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I got my start, was dark rides at 4 or 5.
Oh wow.
So anytime I see a dark ride, I'm getting on. I might not fit, but I'm still getting on.
The coffin cars are small, I hear you. But this was done by a guy, Bill Tracy, back in the 60s, and it used to be 1 story. They expanded it to 2. He also has there's only 8 of his dark rides left in the entire country, and one of them is up at Knoebels up in the Poconos.
Okay.
Haunted Mansion or Haunt, but yeah, it's at Knoebels. It's a good time too. That might be a little bit closer for you, but it's fun if you like the hokey kind of old school stuff. It's a blast.
The one where you see all the styrofoam coming out of the heads and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love dark
black
rides.
light paintings. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on that stuff, man. There's still an old one on Wildwood. I think it's got to be 30 or 40 years old.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's my favorite. So what other new ones do you have for 2022 for you guys? You got the Lincoln Mill.
Lincoln Mill is the main new one, I would say, if I'm not even using proper English. But,
sorry.
I'm trying to see. We might go back up to Gettysburg and do an actual haunt with who is it? Gettysburg Paranormal Group. I think I'm probably getting the name wrong, but did a ghost walk with them a few years ago. One of the main buildings on the main drag there was an orphanage back in the Civil War, and that was freaky, just going down in the basement where they said most of the paranormal activity was, and they're like, okay, we're going to turn lights off now, and people are like, what? No. Sometimes a real haunt can be just as fun as a haunted attraction. But Lincoln Mill, I have a couple other haunts I'm trying to get with to schedule something. So a couple things are still on the burner. So I'm sorry I don't have more meat and potatoes to give you right now, but a lot of them are just going to be new as far as the sense of what they have new for this year. But Lincoln and Laurel probably being the two biggest that have gone through a huge transformation.
Very cool. So, are you planning anything new for the channel this season?
Oh yeah, I am a Twitch streamer. I, if you don't mind me plugging my Twitch channel,
I got a whole thing where you can plug later.
I stream on Twitch, primarily doing multiplayer games like Jackbox Party Pack and anything that I can get the viewers in with. But what I'm trying to slowly do this year is do stuff for increasing our group's exposure. So on Twitch, I'm going to try and do horror games like Dead by Daylight, where a couple other people can play along if they're so inclined. Or I found a really neat Resident Evil kind of looking game that I'm going to premiere probably next week. So, and then I just downloaded a couple of other things because Epic had a sale, so I went nuts and it was a sale. So I'm kind of staging the content that I'm going to be doing for that, but that's probably the biggest plan for the HRC this year is introducing streaming horror games. And who knows, I don't know if the watch party is still a thing on Twitch, but maybe I'll do homage to my favorite show, Mystery Science Theater, and we'll do a watch party for an old horror movie or something.
Yeah, something that's not licensed anymore. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Greatest show ever. Fight me, IRL. Mystery Science.
I love that show. That show was hilarious. I did download Dead by Daylight. Awesome. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but
I get pretty salty during that game, but
that's fine.
I'm happy to. It can be fun. It can be fun.
I'm mainly a Call of Duty guy, so I'm used to cursing at the mic, so don't mind me.
we could do zombies. I love zombies.
There we go.
In COD.
There's horror.
Yeah, I think the new one's not going to have the zombie mode, if I remember correctly. Modern Warfare 2.
Honestly, I haven't even looked at it. I've been so wrapped up in this that I didn't even pay attention to it yet. I'm not even going to worry about it till like mid-November.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll wait till it comes to Games Pass and then I'll buy it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I miss Game Pass. I stuck with PlayStation. But who knows? I work part-time at GameStop, so I might get an Xbox back. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of stuff coming up, and I can't wait to be busy with Haunts. So
yeah, I made a Twitch page 3 years ago for Halloween Haunts 365, and I never could do anything with it because I didn't have the PC for it. But now I do. So I don't know if you saw our announcements, but we're going to start, when we do this type of stuff or record, we're going to stream it to Twitch too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I saw your schedule video. I didn't see that. That's we can talk offline about that for sure. I started the same way. I started streaming through my PlayStation. Dead by Daylight was actually one of the first games I streamed, and now I do it through OBS and through Twitch. And I got a new computer last year, so I run my PS5 through my Elgato, and it's a big boon being able to step up to that. But yeah, you got to start somewhere. Yeah. So
we're on OBS right now.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah. I'm just through Zoom. I didn't even think of going through OBS.
My
night changed on the fly, so
I hear you. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, you know what? I'm just sitting here. Why not? I'll hop on. I was trying to egg Tim on, but he didn't fall for the bait.
No, he's getting to be an old man. I love you, Tim.
Yeah, we love you, brother.
Get a Red Bull or something. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we got September 10th coming. There ain't time for I'm tired.
No. Get your coffee, get your Starbucks, wherever you're going to up there. Get your rudders.
I'm going to bust his balls the second he walks in that gate at Field of Screams.
Do it, man.
I can't wait.
You got egg him on.
Oh, I will.
Mr. Cage Fighter needs a little piss and vinegar put back in him.
All right, so everyone kind of like has a haunt ritual, something they do when they're on their way to the haunt, whether it be grabbing a certain drink, certain store, maybe a music playlist. What's your haunt ritual?
I like to listen to some Guar. If we're going to PA, I like to go to Rutter's. I have to stop at Rutter's. I don't know. Well, I do know. That's a lie. I like their food. I think their pretzel bites are the bomb. So I love Rutter's, but just talking shop on the way up there, getting hyped, getting in that mindset, and going over, what we're looking for, kind of like the Cars Our Mobile situation room. You know, we're going over what we're going to look for there, and it's just some people are into sports, we're into haunts.
Yep.
So big shout out to Rudders. I love you guys. But go back to your old pretzel bites, please. The new ones suck. But
you hear that, Rudders? What the fuck? Come on, Rudders.
What the fuck, man?
See, everyone talks about Rudders, but by the time I'm near a Rudders, it's right across from Field of Screams. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. I'm always early, so I matter of fact, when I was up there 2 weeks ago, I hit the one right next door because I was early.
Yeah, we like to grab our sweet chili Doritos. I won't let her eat them in the off season. We'll get a whole bag of that. I used to do a Coke, but now I'm doing Coke Zero, so we're going to stick to the Coke Zero. And I just made a 70-song playlist of all horror soundtracks and songs about horror, like the Slash Street Boys and stuff like that. So every song in this playlist was in a horror movie.
Nice.
And I have the Lost Boys theme stuck in my head.
Oh God, I know that sometimes we'll do, once in a blue moon, we'll do horror soundtracks, but I kind of, that's my thing to leave for the haunt, because that for me, that's part of what gets me amped up when we're at the haunt, is hearing Halloween or Freddy or God, even if it's Rob Zombie from House of a Thousand Corpses, it's just part of the ambiance and the experience when you're not laughing your ass off at people getting chased by chainsaws.
Yep.
God, that's part of the whole pregame ritual too, I would say. Not so much on the way up, but in line, it's awesome just to see the characters interact with people that are just in a mask with a chainsaw, and especially when you get a runner, that's the best.
I hear it.
That just...
Yeah, I told my buddy that's coming with us to Field for the media night, I'm like, listen, I'm getting there at 5:30. He's like, why? I'm like, because I'm getting there at 5:30. He's like, for what? I'm like, because I can walk around. I can play games. I can take all my video. I can talk to people. I can hang out. He's like, but it's not till 7. I'm like, I'm getting there at 5:30. You get there whenever you want.
Yeah, that's a place you can get there.
There
early, for sure.
He's like, the gates aren't open. I'm like, they're open for me. I don't care what you're doing.
For us, they're
Oh yeah,
we know a guy.
yeah, they're not
Yeah,
stopping
we know a
us.
guy.
Because Jim knows I'll jump his fence.
Yeah, and Gene will just look at me like, "Who the hell is that?"
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite part about visiting haunted attractions?
Uh, Looking at the decor. Honestly, I'm a huge nerd for, like I mentioned earlier, how they decorate a room, the placement, because that is a hugely overlooked thing, I believe, when people are creating a haunt, is not just throwing shit in a room and putting an actor with it. You gotta put them in the right spots to draw the look to a certain area so that you can get them with the actor when they come in, and getting the timing down. Um, I know that can seem anal, but that can make or break a haunt. Getting that gotcha factor when they come into a room and doing it over and over again. But then at the same time, that if you dress a room properly, you got them off guard. You got them because they're looking like, oh man, that's so cool. Wow, that really looks like. So, yeah, that to me, that's the devil in the details for me. Is a proper setup room, and being able to do, especially if you can do that in succession, then yeah, some rooms you might not even have to have an actor in it. If you've got it staged right, you can get them with just the sound and the anticipation of thinking something's going to pop out at them. But
Right.
just having a, a light trigger for a sound effect or music to go off in a room, it they got me with that at Hackney when we were filming. They showed me a room without giving anything away. I knew there were no actors in there, but I hit a certain point and that triggered this big, loud, ominous sound, and it scared the shit out of me. And then I was like, oh, yeah, nobody's here. So, yeah, I love a properly decorated haunt that makes it for me.
Yeah, I'm about the scenes too and lighting. I'm very
Hmm.
picky about the lighting.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it's just something I've always loved in a haunt. Like, you'll see 1,000 cemetery scenes a season,
Hmm.
but the ones with the blue ominous lights always look better than like the green one or the red one. It's just that creepy blue light. It's just like it's like the right light for the right scene. It's just, I don't know, lights amaze me at haunts. I love the way they do it.
If you can add that heavy fog that sits on the ground, yeah.
Yep.
Not the stuff that just goes up in the air, but the heavy stuff. So you got that rolling
Mhm.
fog through the cemetery.
You know what I haven't seen since Bloodshed had to go drive through?
What's that?
A whiteout. It's a maze completely fogged out. It's kind
Yeah,
of like a
you're
blackout, but a whiteout. I haven't seen one in a few years. Those were a lot of fun
you,
because
I'm trying to.
the it was basically chain link fence.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can't see in front of you, but you can see like here. You can probably see intermediate vision.
Right.
Hmm.
So you're not going to walk into walls, but they can shoot up right in your face and you don't
Hmm.
see them coming. To me, that was, they had a room at Bloodshed Farms. It was the asylum. It was completely whited out. It was, they had to let you out. It was a giant maze. It was a circle
Hmm.
that you were trying to get out of, but you couldn't see anything but like this far in front of you. So it
Hmm.
had the benefits of a blackout, but it was better because you could still see. It was pretty cool. I haven't
I
seen
think
one since.
I think now that you mention it, the last place that I've probably seen that was Legends of the Fog. That when they had their circus, in part of the circus, they had some haunts are doing it now where it's a really foggy room where you can hardly see, like you're talking
Yeah.
about. But they put that laser grid out, with the green light.
Oh,
So
the swamp. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got that look where it looks like all the fog is underneath that laser
It
light.
looks like
I think
green water, and you can't
it
see
looks
under it. Yeah.
trippy. I love it.
I love
But
it. The
That's my
swamp rooms are
favorite.
one of my favorite.
you could barely see your hand in front of your face, and then the walls were actually that metal grid stuff, whatever
Okay,
you
yeah.
want to call it. It was that's what it was. And we couldn't find our way out. The actor had to tell us which way to go. I was like, oh my God, I feel so stupid.
All these
Well, we've been
veterans out
there.
here.
Yeah. You can't see your hand in front of your
Mhm.
face, like you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I missed the whiteout. That was a good time. All right,
Yeah.
so what's your least favorite type of attraction? Like, what's something that you're just done with in all the haunts now?
Like a scene.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. That's hard because I'm up for anything pretty much if it's done properly, but there are one or two places that come to mind that I won't name, but are pretty much prop houses. If
Okay.
you're throwing up a haunt and just expecting scary statues to be able to call it a haunted house, no, I can't stand that. I'm paying 30-40 bucks to get into your haunt, and you're not even giving me any actors with spirit Halloween costumes. I don't care. Give me something.
Yeah, nah, I
But
got you.
I think you might know one of the places I'm talking about. But
Probably do.
yeah.
We'll talk about that after we hit stop record.
Yes, please. But yeah, it's just that I can't stand. You want to do a haunted house, put a little bit of effort into it. Don't
Yeah.
just throw a bunch of statues. Don't go buy a spirit Halloween store and think you're gonna make a bajillion dollars.
Yeah.
Put some friggin' effort into it.
I got
That
you.
drives me up the wall.
Very cool. All right, so are you team hayride, team house, or team trail? What's your favorite type of attraction?
House.
House. Me too.
I love a good hayride is a pretty close second, but just give me a house to get lost in any day.
Yep, that's me. I mean, whether it be at Dahlia's Manor at Frightland, both of them at
Oh
Field,
yeah,
Delirium now at Reapers. I love the
Mm.
houses. They're my favorite.
That was pretty cool.
Oh,
I
can't
love
wait to
I love
check that out.
hayrides. Hayrides are all. Have you not
Yeah.
seen Delirium at Reapers yet?
No,
Oh.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
when I tell you, I'm not. I like clowns. Clowns don't scare me. So a clown house has nothing to do with me. I mean, they're awesome, but there's
Mhm.
other stuff that scares me. When I
Sure.
heard they
Yeah.
were doing that, I was like, okay. When I saw it, it blew my fucking mind. Like
Awesome.
It was amazing.
It's easily the best 3D haunt I've ever seen in my life.
Mm. That's saying something, because I remember they probably had my favorite circus in their hayride that I
Oh yeah,
ever been through.
Yep.
Man, it was phenomenal. Holy shit.
it's still there.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
They actually had real freak show performers in their
Oh yeah,
circus area, and it was it was funny and scary at the same time. And then you're putting fire and sharp stuff into there. It's good.
yeah.
They
Look forward to Delirium.
wait, stop. Now I'm just gonna want to go into a coma until it's time to go to
I just told my buddy South Jersey Jason to hit me in the head till I wake up in 14 days. I'm done waiting.
Oh, if I didn't have to pay alimony and
I
mortgage,
know.
I would take
I
him up on
know.
that.
I hear you. I was like, just put me out.
Wake me up when August ends.
Yeah, that's it. The new HRC song, "Wake Me Up When
Yes.
August Ends."
Yes. Thank you. That's exactly what it's going for.
What changes have you heard about that you're dying to see and where?
Oh, I hate to sound like a broken record, but again, Hackney and Laurel, I was given the opportunity when I was out there by Jason Hackney. He's like, "Do you want to see the whole thing, or do you want to be surprised when you guys come through?" I said, "No, I want to be surprised." So I only saw 4 of the rooms there because we did the interview in one, and then um, I went through another one which I didn't film, and then we went into the funeral home, which was fantastic. The rest of the time we were just going through back doors and stuff, which I love seeing where all the secret little actor cubby holes and stuff are. But
Yeah,
um, and then the fact that Laurel is completely gutting their attraction, again, I really hope they go onward and upward. They have nowhere to go but up with having that built-in ambiance of an old movie theater. So, oh, they also do paranormal investigations there too. So, you that there's 3 things that they got right there that you can parlay into an evening. But they do the overnight paranormal thing. Where they turn all of the lights out, and they've got you don't even have to have your own gear. They have gear there that you can use. So
That's cool.
um, the mel meters and all that stuff. But uh, I'm super psyched about Reapers from what you're telling me. Uh, and it's always good to see what field changes. I've already seen the um, manor and the asylum. I didn't see what they've changed in Nocturnal or the hayride, so that'll be cool to see. Um, but yeah, oh, we had a big announcement in our interview with Hackney too, that they are hopefully within the next season, maybe 2, expanding.
oh,
So
cool.
yeah, they are doing very well, and good luck to them. So
Yeah,
it's
definitely good luck.
always good to see a haunt succeed and
Where are
get.
they again?
Hackney Haunts right now is in the town mall of Westminster.
Westminster. Okay.
Okay.
Um, which side note is really cool. It's a dead mall, but they've got a huge retro toy store in it. So huge retro toy store and a huge tabletop game store also. So
We'll put it on the list.
Oh my gosh.
it's called I think it's called I'll give them a free plug, Eternia Toys.
Okay. That's a nice He-Man reference there.
There's a big Castle Grayskull sitting in the front window
Look
too.
at
So I
that.
was like, I had that.
Well, we're out of questions, so I'm going to have you pimp all of your socials, the Twitch, everything. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. You can find us on Facebook, Haunt Review Crew, Twitter, Haunt Review Crew, hauntreviewcrew.com. I am on Twitch, twitch.tv/DRA Todd. I will also be streaming. I don't have the schedule yet, but we will be doing once a week horror gaming on the Haunt Review Crew channel. So feel free to contact us if you have any suggestions on haunts that you would like us to go to. I have a couple of special promotions coming in the pipe for this season, so stay tuned. But yeah, just check us out. We love getting feedback. We love collaborating with people like you. I think this is going to be a huge year, especially it's going to be nice to meet up and be able to talk shop with like-minded reviewers. that it's exciting. It's a good time to be here. So please check us out, Haunt Review Crew, and me, DRA Todd.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. Don't hang up yet. I'm going to wrap this up, and then I'm going to pick your brain real quick.
Sure.
All right. So this has been Halloween Haunts, 365.com, the podcast, where every day is haunt season. Goodbye.
Bye.
Stay creepy.
Halloween Haunts 365 production.